Hey, everybody, I'm Armando Torres, and welcome to the Funhaus Podcast. With me, I have three bootylicious guests. We've got Jacob Fullerton.
That's why I'm here.
Jacob Fullerton, sorry.
Have you seen this wagon? Might there be a place for me to park my wagon?
God. Dan Schneider.
What's up, dude?
And Charlotte Avery.
Must be a peach of an ass.
I've got two buns.
What an ugly
for
thing
each
to
of you.
say.
You did tell me I had to watch Tombstone in preparation.
I
for the
did,
podcast.
yeah.
No, you didn't.
No, that should just be a given. We ask every guest here
Yeah,
on
I'm
the
an
Funhaus
old
Podcast.
guy, right?
Yeah, we've also been doing this for like 2 years straight.
Yeah. Jacob and I started and we never stopped. We
Yep,
spun
yep,
up the
yep.
wheels and we kept them going.
Just watch Tombstone, the movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
we're talking
no,
about
I
this-
mean just
just-
talking.
just quoting it.
Quoting it.
Yeah.
We've only watched it one time.
I bet you're
At the
seeing
same
double.
time.
You see two of me.
Okay,
never-
Sandman.
I've never seen the movie. You've
You've only been there.
I've only been there,
Yeah, you've
and
been
I
to
watched the
Tombstone.
recreation, and that was
Did they do
fun.
it live?
Yeah,
Like
Oh,
they have
yeah,
actors
yeah.
going
In Tombstone.
bang and
yeah, they
falling
do.
over?
In Tombstone, they have like a full thing with.
It's Sam Elliott. It's-
Is it a stunt show? Does a guy fall off the second floor onto a beanbag?
And they
yeah,
go,
well,
"Ah!"
they fall off a lot of things, and they like shoot blanks at each other. Like there's a guy who, if I remember correctly, he gets shot off his horse and then sort of gets like dragged behind. And I don't care how much
like that El
precautions-
Paso salsa commercial.
I don't care how much
It's gonna
preparation you
hurt.
have. Like that sounds awful. And they had to do like 6
Massive
shows.
It's on
a day.
asphalt because
6 shows a day?
today.
Yeah, it's a real street.
Yeah,
That
it's a
man
real
is dead.
That means yeah. That's the closest I came to seeing the movies. I watched the recreation, and I've eaten a Tombstone pizza before.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
You should watch the movie. It's a
Tombstone
good movie.
I want to.
pizza.
It's got like the best like just sick ass one liners.
It is a western
Tombstone.
made up of one-liners.
I know. We were going to talk about Must Be Dice, but we're going to talk about Tombstone.
We can
too.
do
What's the
both.
other Tombstone movie? There's another one, right?
It's called
Yeah.
Wyatt Earp, isn't it?
I think
Or
it
just
is,
Earp
yeah.
or something.
Wyatt
Earp?
Earp?
I think
Yeah.
it's got to be
Is
called
it Kevin
Wyatt Earp.
Costner?
Yeah.
What are you talking
yes,
about?
Kevin Costner. He's the main character.
We're talking about all the different
Oh.
Tombstones.
He's like a historical figure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
he's like this cool guy that hates his wife because she's addicted to opium.
Yeah. But I think those movies came out pretty close to each other.
yeah.
But
It's an
the-
Armageddon Deep Impact
yeah.
situation.
The more
Yeah.
boring one
Friends with
is the
Benefits,
historically
other one.
accurate one. And then Tombstone's
Who
the fun
wants
movie.
historical accuracy
Yeah.
in their blockbuster
It's
movies?
like Barbarian and Bros.
Yeah.
They're the same movie.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, we have Dan Schneider here to talk about the fantastic show that is Must Be Dice.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I think that's the only reason I ever come on this show is to talk about Must Be Dice.
In
what the
case
fuck,
you're a fucking stupid idiot,
Wow.
Must Be Dice is a show.
Aggressive.
Yeah, it always comes on so strong.
Must Be Dice is a tabletop role playing show starring the cast and crew of Funhaus and put on by the cast and crew of Funhaus. First season was Paradise Path that we did. It was a horror themed one, but this time we're getting back to our tabletop roots. Dan created his own system and
That's
is
right.
taking us through a fantasy story that he calls
Oh yeah, Super Princess Rescue Quest is the name of the second season.
Yes, and that
It's a mouthful.
pregnant pause and the is also part of it.
Well, no,
Yeah.
I was just cutting the first episode and realized at the end I mistitled the show, so
Yeah.
I have to do some sort of retake
No one
to edit on top of it somehow. I don't know.
No
No do
one-
a voiceover. I'll do your voice, Dan.
We'll just change the one word that I got wrong.
No one noticed it, but in season 1, I called Jacob's character like 3 different names in
Oh.
one episode.
In the first episode, James says Patrick's name, and everyone calls him the wrong name for the rest of the episode.
Yes.
And it's unfortunate.
Yeah,
And
it's
it made
just
me
what
feel bad
happens.
because every time you said it, you see Patrick go,
I was getting the names wrong on purpose when I was in it.
well, that was a
That was a
your-
character.
That was a
thing.
stylistic
Yeah.
choice.
But so one of my favorite part of the show is that we're doing guests. So every couple episode we have a new guest come on.
Yeah.
And last one was Jacob, and he's just fantastic. Armando's okay, but Jacob is really, really spectacular.
I did think that was an interesting move when you came on and you said, "Hey Armando, you fucking worthless hack. What you didn't do right in the season 1 was that you didn't have guests, and I'm going to do that and be better than you in every way." And then you slapped me.
I do have to establish dominance when
Yeah.
I'm on the
Yeah,
zone.
I mean it's prison rules here at the fun yard.
It's true.
I was the biggest
I
guy
wish
around, and then Armando shows up
Block
2
F.
years
Yeah.
ago.
I really
Block
wish
F.
people would stop hitting the biggest guy because I'm not strong. I'm actually emotionally very
No,
weak.
you are strong. You hit dingers in baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just need to make sure that you can somehow bring a baseball bat in with you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I'm sneaking it in as my third leg.
But you have like guests
In
and
your
stuff,
batter's box.
but there's like a
In the
main
bullpen.
cast.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
that one's a little inside.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that, so. The guest thing was something fun and different to do. I think just to get more people into it.
I.e. Jacob and Charlotte.
Yeah,
And Lindsay,
You're the one after me, right?
Yeah, we haven't even shot it
yeah,
yet.
that's
Yeah.
tomorrow.
I'm excited
actually.
to see that.
It's been the shoot's been canceled a few times because Daniel's been sick.
Yeah. You have children that carry diseases.
It's
and
awful,
stuff.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Don't
you
have
just-
kids; they make you
little
sick.
pockets of virus.
It's awful.
That's what they are.
can we isolate that part where he said don't have kids and then show it to his children?
Yeah, show that to them. And
I'm
on
Just to
No,
the
they're just
baby.
always sick, and they're always getting me sick,
Yeah.
and it's been rough. But I'm actually extremely excited for Charlotte and Lindsay to guest star because it's been long concepting and costuming for their
I've walked
special
past
bit.
that costume several times. And I'm like, oh my God.
It's it's a good thing to be partnered with Lindsay Washburn because she's very crafty and creative and good with her hands. I've done nothing. I've done nothing except like soft pitch character qualities and
Yeah.
traits.
You're bringing everything to the actual recording.
No, I'm thinking I didn't even talk with you about this yet, Dan, but I'm thinking about bringing like 65%.
Okay, just gonna come in at a
I'm
nice
bringing
middle.
my D game.
Okay.
My D.
It'll make biological sense with the character.
Oh yeah,
Why-
yeah.
why it's
Yes,
divided. Yeah.
we will make more.
Oh, hi.
I
It's,
think
it's gonna be a lot of no buts.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
buts.
No.
It's gonna be a lot of conflict. I know I'm a good scene partner. I'll
Yeah, I
make
know
it
you are.
work.
I think it's
You
really
study.
interesting because Lindsay showed me the concept for the costume that you two are wearing, which is really nice because everyone is costumed up.
It's
in
full
this one.
latex,
Yeah.
zipper all the way up the face.
7 hours in the chair.
Yeah.
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 You just don't go home tonight. Actually, you're
I
gonna
don't go
get
home
in the
any
makeup
night.
chair.
No.
You live in the rafters.
Yeah, it's like oh, what's the Dane Cook movie where he works in the store?
Oh, Employee of the Month?
Yeah, I have a little hideout
Yeah.
in the shelves.
I actually know every Dane Cook movie.
Good luck, Chuck.
Good Luck
Waiting.
Chuck, where he's
That's all I've
cursed.
got.
I think that's it.
American
good.
Pie.
Oh, that's not good.
It was,
What the hell was that?
I
It was
meant
a
Dukes of
ghost.
Hazzard.
Oh, I was gonna say Disney's Planes.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
I only know
He's a
Larry
plane?
the Cable Guy movies.
he's a plane. Yeah, he's a plane.
Dane Cook's a plane.
Yeah, I actually know every Dane Cook joke too. From everyone.
You probably know him too, right?
No, never met him. Never
Really?
met the guy. No,
Every time I bring up a comedian, you have a personal story about them.
never met him. All I know is that
Oh, you should have been hanging around outside of high school.
yeah, that's where I met him.
Got him.
I didn't meet him. No, he's Dane Cook piece of shit. I should say.
I mean,
That guy's got-
I loved that shit when I was 16.
Oh yeah,
Dane
yeah.
Cook.
Punch
Yeah.
a shark
You
on
were
the
16?
nose.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't keep track of time anymore.
Oh my God.
Dan's never been 16.
Oh,
Started at
Once
35.
once.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just
Started
hatched
on
out of my
Heartbreak.
egg.
Yeah, right.
My old man egg.
The
Chrysalis. It's like young. It's like Cocoon, but a little
Yeah.
younger.
But yeah, so Must Be Dice. I was like, enough horror nonsense from Armando.
Okay.
Too scary is what we
We got to go
said.
back to the roots of people sitting around and role playing, and that's pretending to be knights and wizards and
Yeah.
shit.
It's a show where there are three main adventurers
Yeah.
that go on an adventure and Elise likened it to like Lord of the Rings
Yeah.
or these like older fantasy stories where you meet a cast of characters along the way who are with you for part of it until their arc is complete and then they are
Whisked off.
whisked off to go do whatever it is they need to do.
Yeah, the
Or they
Fellowship
have to
of
go
the-
to Austin the
Yeah,
next
or-
week.
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah, yeah,
their
or they gotta
character
go.
arc
Yeah.
is.
But it's got an apostrophe somewhere. Austin.
Yes.
Austin. Burbank. Patrick told me that one.
That's really good.
But I think hey, the Fellowship of the Ring only lasts one movie and then they all break up.
Oh, barely lasts that movie, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it over
Yeah,
at the end?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I never
Fellowship
seen that
is over.
shit.
I do remember you saying I fucking hate fantasy.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, you don't have to be in it. And you're like, but no, I really want to be in it.
I do want to be in it. I
But I fucking hate fantasy.
I'll have a bad time, but I'll do it.
Yeah.
Do anything for the fun house.
I don't know. It just like I can't relate to it as much, and a lot of the stories they have in it, I can't relate to as much. I just like
You've never had to deal with like a ward on the outside of a small abandoned shack or like some sort of water goblin infestation.
not particularly.
Maybe you found a rock that makes you small.
Yeah.
that I have found. Actually.
Yeah, or a goblet that's I don't know, filled with spiders.
Yeah,
Sure,
that's
why
not-
not?
Oh yeah. Well, and anyone
Snakes.
who's lived in
Snakes, yeah.
downtown Los Angeles has had a goblet filled with spiders in their apartment once or twice. But yeah, it's just that I don't know. It's hard for me to relate to, but
I don't think it's like the realism that people. It's more the escapism. I think that people dig fantasy for.
yeah, I guess I don't
People
know.
like dragons.
Yeah, they're shooting magic
People
out of their
do
hands.
like
And
dragons.
fairies.
Yeah,
And wings.
People do be loving
Magic.
dragons.
I
though.
think in a time like today, there's like a certain kind of like rosy retrospection for a bygone time that never really happened.
sure.
But when
Yeah.
people don't really live past 33. When like you get to the ripe old age of
Diarrhea
28,
kills you
yeah,
or whatever.
yeah, right,
Yeah.
yeah. Like you get syphilis,
Yeah.
and it does go untreated, and you do go out swinging. You become the town loon. And I think that sounds nice because there's no bills to worry about. You don't have to call your parents.
retirement.
Well, we
Yeah.
have two
retirement.
like giant budget fantasy shows running at the same time. that
That's
are an
tough.
hour.
There's
Yeah.
this fantasy zeitgeist going right now.
Yeah.
I cannot
Says-
tell you which one is which. Keep seeing quick little adverts for both shows pop up.
Well, one has nudity and the other is kind of afraid of sex.
Is which one has the nudity?
Guess.
Is it Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Andor.
Whoa!
We did see thigh.
We saw thigh in
Andor.
Andor.
showed
and then
Diego's-
Although I'm
Big
showing more
meaty-
skin than any Star Wars movie ever has.
Yeah, there's
There's
implied
a lot of
sex
Andor going on.
in Andor.
Whoa!
Sex.
Really?
Whoa,
In
there
Star
is.
Wars?
Yeah, in
It's
Star
been
Wars.
so sexist
I take
forever.
that back
has
too.
been.
Jabba shows a lot of skin.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
Where are Jabba's parts?
Probably in the sand or
Not
something.
where you'd think. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
one
I
of
think
his fingies.
he's a hut. They're hermaphrodites.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. Very progressive.
I know. It's cool. Thanks the Jabba Rick's Googling something.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm
Uh-oh.
Rick, just make sure you're not showing it.
Why not?
Does
I do
Boba
like
Fett
that-
kill Jabba the Hutt?
Because
No.
I won't be editing it.
The autocomplete.
Someone searched it.
It's in the movie. Leia kills him.
Oh, let's
Yeah,
hack
no one
John's
wants to
email.
Watch the movie.
Ah,
Still
spoiler
signed in as
alert.
John Smith.
I don't want to hack.
I always like
John's
that
email.
picture of all of the puppeteers inside Jabba. It took like 7 people, but they're all like inside a space.
Oh,
smaller
yeah,
than
just
this
Yeah,
Scouts.
people
galaxy.
died in there. It was like the construction of the Great Wall. It was
Yeah.
like,
Like
in
the-
the mortar.
The World Cup
And they just
Stadium
left
in
them.
Qatar.
Yeah, like a collapsed mine.
I saw an ad, I think on Instagram, and it was, I think, called Revenge of the Strip. And it was like an erotic dance show. It's themed around Star Wars. And there was like a Jabba and a
I've been
woman
targeted this.
wearing the
Whole
like the
Jabba.
sexy Leia costume, which we
Okay.
all know as Slave Leia. And I'm
Slave
like,
Leia, yeah.
this doesn't sound awesome. I feel like we've sort of
Rick.
lost touch of what's going on with the source
Speed.
material.
Fire spray Leia now.
Right? Yeah.
Fire
That's,
spray
no,
everything.
that's a good
Very
good
good,
one.
Dan.
That's a recent deep cut.
Yeah, thank you, Dan.
Nice.
for bringing that up.
Yeah, that was good. But like also like seeing it's like, oh yeah, it's just like the idea of like that being like so sexy is like it was already bad. We don't have to like bring it into 2022, but like
Yeah,
let's just leave it, you know?
yeah.
It would be
it's-
very conflicted.
Sex prisoner.
Yeah, we should be elevating Max Rebo more.
We should be elevating Max Rebo more.
Yeah.
Which we're working on here.
Oh,
I'm
yes, we
not.
are.
I'm not trying to say that anything about Jabba was good, but from a purely aesthetic standpoint, as somebody with a similar body type, I am advocating for more of the Jabba Leia relationship dynamic.
It would be funny like having this conversation of where are his parts when it was just a Scottish guy.
Yeah,
We watched that video recently where just the Scottish guy being.
But
Yeah,
having
we're
having
just
the
walking
same
around.
conversation, like, but like what's going on? Like, where is it? Is there like
How
a
does he do
flap?
it?
Like, what happens? Does he
It's an egg
ooze?
sack.
Yeah, and it's just like a guy that is just talking like this. It's like I just don't understand where Scottish people's parts are.
But he has a huge gland that's
Yeah.
on his back that you can't see under the
Yeah,
costume.
That's what's
yeah.
crazy is
Oh.
it's just a Scottish guy and he still had to step over his tail.
Yeah, that was actually on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, some in-camera special effects right there.
Oh my god.
I don't want to talk about Star Wars anymore.
I made a whole game
You
for
did.
this season of Must Be Dice.
Yeah.
And have done a piss poor job of teaching it to the people that are playing the show. Because every once in a while I'll be like, oh, I told you guys this. But no, actually, I played a game with you guys
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
John Smith and taught you guys how to play, but then didn't actually teach anybody that's in the game for Funhaus how
And
to
we
play
learned
the
how
game.
to play really well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I don't think I learned how to play really well. I think I knew how to play how I wanted to play,
Yeah.
which
Well,
was
and
to
that's the-
destroy everything.
That's part of my thought in making the game was that you don't need 4,000 rules to
Mhm.
have a pretend game.
Oh, we've probably talked about this, but I knew a friend of a friend who created their own take on tabletop.
But they went the other way.
D&D, and they went
More rules.
hard on rules
No.
and percentages, probabilities, stats, and like the leveling up process. It's on its own took half an hour between campaigns. Like at the end of the day, it would be like, all right, let's do all the math.
That's why I hate D&D.
It was like AP D&D.
It's too much.
Yeah.
Too
Yeah.
much math.
AP,
That's not the
D&D.
fun part. Some people will really nerd out on that shit, but
I
I don't think
don't.
anybody here actually
No.
gets that hardcore. That's why we have video games and computers to do all that math.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
But so I based Fave on a game called Knave by this guy who made a game called Knave that's just super boiled down old school D&D. And it's just like a couple of rolls and a couple of stats. And I actually just tried to take more out of it just to simplify it more because especially when you're making a show, you're not like going to play a game for 5 years for 4 hours a week.
yeah.
So it's just got to be different by like the nature of it. And there's no point in having that much math or that many rules. And just figuring it out at the table has worked up. We're shooting 7 and 8 tomorrow, and it's worked
Jesus
now.
fucking
We
Christ,
just
are you
made it all,
serious?
just kind of made it all up and wung it most of the time.
That's been great.
The first episode comes out next week, Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of shows
Still
are
have
like,
to edit.
Yeah. We were supposed okay, it's fine. We were doing this podcast today because it was supposed to come out on Tuesday
Tomorrow,
of
yeah,
this week.
We had to push a week.
Yeah.
Daniel got very sick. for a
Daniel got
while.
all right,
very
yeah,
sick.
you can't be on the podcast now. if
Oh, I
the
gotta go
show's not
edit?
out. Yeah.
Yeah. Why aren't you editing right now?
Dude, I really need to. It's also a nightmare because I don't know if you editors have experienced that thing where it was like an Adobe some error in Premiere that I just get every 5 minutes and it crashes Premiere. So
Yeah.
that makes editing an hour and a half
It
video
it's
even,
like a
even more
problem
grueling.
project where it's like this is the project that decides it's not going to work.
The one that's under the gun,
Yeah.
seriously, time wise.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Welcome to my personal hell
Yeah.
for several months at a time. Writing, DMing, being editing it.
It's a lot. to
It
have
fucking
to-
it's
yeah.
hard.
Do you-
I'm glad we're almost done shooting it because that's
Yes.
doing the writing the thing and editing the thing in the same week it's
Yeah.
a little intense.
I not really at Funhaus, but in personal projects, don't like the shooting part
Mhm.
as
Yeah.
an editor and who likes doing like before and after stuff. Like, because I was making a music video with a friend, and like the first shoot, my other friend had it all planned out, but the second, a different friend and I had to just figure it out, and I was just like, I want this to be over so badly. The actual production, I was
stressful,
like,
yeah.
I can't stand this. I'm hot. I'm annoyed, and it's a good friend who I've known for a long time. So the like boundaries between like showing how flustered I am go away. I'm just like,
You can just be you.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I just like, and like rarely does that happen here because like the gameplays are very like fresh and improv-y. But there are sometimes where like we're producing something and I'm just like, I just want to get it into Premiere. I just want to get it into Premiere. I
Yeah.
want to get into edit. I don't want to be doing like. I think about like why I went into post production, and it's like, oh, it's right because I hate being on set to do the work
Yeah.
that
Sure, so
needs to be
You're
edited.
good in those moments though. Like you're good at that.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, I think it's more like a standard shoot with like reset, change
Okay.
angles, do it again and again.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
Well, and
hurry
this-
up and wait too.
This stuff isn't necessarily fun to edit. Like the kind of
I like this
the-
stuff.
The
I-
shot because you did Mothman,
Yeah.
and did an amazing job at it.
So
But there's
good.
like I feel like you're pretty limited with what you can do edit wise compared to like a regular gameplay where you
Yeah,
just,
which is
cut
kind
out 10
kind of a
minutes.
blessing
yeah.
because like
It certainly easier. in a
Well,
certain
you
way.
wouldn't want it to be so additive as
Yeah.
our game plays, right? Because that would be distracting.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, Bonanza took a long time, but that was because of all the shit on top, like trying to lay out how the game was working and like sound effects and like the actual like UI I had created.
UI. That's a good.
There was a lot of work. Bored as Hell has a little bit more than this. in
Yes.
these kind of things.
Yeah.
Definitely.
They're certainly an easier thing. My complaint was more just like I'm the opposite of you, where I can't edit. I'm bad at it, and I hate doing it. And I don't know why I always ask to do it when I'm not doing it.
Yeah, we
I
don't
always-
know
You do always
either.
ask.
Yeah, I go, oh, I want to edit this. This sounds really fun, and then I
We
get
always
it in, and I
say-
go, I'm gonna fucking die.
There
I
is an edit
fucking
you've been
hate
working
it.
on for like 2 months.
There's an
you
edit
need to
that I have
finish.
that is a month late, and it's fine. I don't want to.
I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, me too. Maybe I'll start it today.
I pushed it out to next month.
Yeah,
by
I
the way,
saw.
so-
We'll see if I'm
Thanks, Dan.
fucking.
Let's just slate that
Well,
one
you
for
keep-
2024, like
you
the
keep
way
going to
Marvel does
Texas.
their production.
I know. I don't want to go to Texas
you do.
anymore. No, I don't, Dan. It fucking sucks there. The people getting shot, and it's awful, and it's hot, and it's. Do you know how bad it feels to be hot and then go, oh, but I wonder how bad it is in Los Angeles, and then it's fucking 59 here.
It's been really nice here.
It
You
has
came
been.
back and Reggie
It's
told you
overcast.
people were getting kidnapped and murdered here
Yeah,
too. so-
our security guard.
He told me that this morning.
Yeah, he told me that they almost got him.
Is it a
and
threat?
He didn't want to go to jail,
Hey.
and I was trying to make my yogurt, and I went, yeah,
Yep.
that'll happen.
I don't. Yeah.
He just
We can
told-
talk about it more
yeah.
off air.
Yes.
It's a funny interaction.
He just
this
told
morning.
me, "Hey, there's Hollywood." When I walked in,
Yep. He called
You're
you
Hollywood?
I'm Hollywood.
He just one day forgot Jacob's name.
Yeah, he just called.
He's
me
recently
Hollywood.
learned my name.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's big.
Because I was Omar for a long time.
Oh yeah,
Just because the beard.
I guess. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Tall.
As
Face
somebody-
blindness,
Tall,
maybe.
yeah.
I get that a lot too, especially in Slack messages from our coworkers. Hey Omar, yeah, buddy. I am the opposite way, where like I really like the pre-production and the actual filming
Yeah.
of stuff. So this show is really good because there is a lot of pre-production,
Yeah.
there's a lot of writing, and you did a really wonderful job with this.
Oh, thanks.
Where like
I hate it.
Well, I told you that's what was going to happen.
I mean, that's how I am with everything I make,
Yeah.
really.
I told you. I think in our private, we had like little private meetings where you would go like, "What did you think about the
Yeah.
show?" And I was like,
I
"I'm
needed
glad
some sort of
everyone likes it,
reassurance.
but I fucking hate it, and I can see a million things I would have done differently."
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's the trouble, like, especially cutting something that you've been so involved in all of the production with, is you're like, why could I have said this better? Or I could have done, like, you're just like constantly like second guessing every decision you made, when like the people that watch it are gonna, like, if you're into this sort of thing, I think there's a certain portion of our fan base that will really like it, and that's enough and should be
Yeah.
enough. But like, I'm sitting there like cutting it, and then in the first episode there's a lot of like establishing a story, and that's not the best role-playing game for the players. So like, I keep cutting to myself, and I'm like, God damn it, why am I like talking so much? It's like story time
Yeah.
instead of presenting a game for people to play.
But you're setting things up.
Yeah.
That's so.
And it's the first episode, and it needs that. But it's still one of those things that drives me crazy. I'm like, shut up, make a game for these people to play instead of talking so much. And that might be one thing I would have done slightly differently in retrospect. Is
I was really afraid with season 1 that people were gonna notice how bad of a DM I am in terms of
Same.
like playing a game. It's like playing a game. I don't want to do it. I don't care about.
you just want
rules.
to tell a story.
Yeah, that's all I care about. And so like I thought people were gonna notice.
No, I'm just making face. It's flexing the old jaw.
I
There's still a little
thought-
bit of spaghetti on these mics and
Oh,
stuff
from the live stream.
from the drunk stream. Yeah.
I thought that I was going to be a bad DM, and I
No.
thought I was while I was editing it. But I think that what we're doing is so different from playing just a tabletop game. We're doing an actual, like, you're making a story. So I think you did a really good job. 'Cause
Thank you.
I watched the first episode. I was sitting there inside watching it.
It was very helpful because like I had talked to you about my character and stuff, and you gave me like this whole rundown of like, this is your character, these are his motivations. This is what he knows and what he doesn't know.
Yeah.
This is where he's going to be and
You're
where
not
he
getting
wants to
that.
go.
And then you ignored all of that.
You just gotta pull the ripcord on Charlotte and just, just spin around like a murder top.
Yeah, no,
I,
like
did-
all the
I think
time.
I had over prepped you because I'd under prepped everybody else.
oh, it was great
and I
for
actually
me.
needed you to do some lore dumping.
Yeah, you were
I
you were like an
loved-
exposition bomb.
Yeah.
I loved doing
Like
that.
strategically, you were like a sleeper cell. You were activated.
Just drop me in.
Well, if there's anyone that could quickly remember a ton of lore from a
Exactly.
useless thing, it's Jacob Fullerton.
Yeah, you'll maybe see it more in the episode, but I picked the wrong voice to do. It's about 40
I
minutes
warned
in, I was
you.
like,
I warned you that you were gonna have to. You
did.
that
You
you
told
fucked
me.
yourself.
and then I stuck with it for 2 episodes.
We all picked dumb things. I mean, I picked
That's the fun
basically
of it.
my voice. Elise did a fucking New Zealander accent for the entirety
gonna
of
be
the
a hit.
show.
I think people might. There's gonna be a lot of fan art of her character.
What kind of voice did
Absolutely.
Patrick do?
It's his voice. He didn't really reach too
Patrick's
hard.
is not. He's not gonna do.
He's kind of
it.
like condescending and haughty.
Passive
and-
Patrick.
Yeah.
Passive Patrick. Well, Patrick he got some tubes on him.
He
Oh, yeah.
does. Yeah, he can blow.
We shot
Man.
those for the Star Wars video, the first one where we're little rebel pilots in our cockpit. I was like, okay, so this one, like, you're gonna be yelling at me, and he was like, okay,
I can
okay.
yell at Jacob.
Jacob! And I was like, oh, he's come alive.
Patrick
Just
and
come
I-
alive.
We have a. What we like to do is to do the like quiet fake screaming, like when we
Oh, like-
start when we're discussing like finding like just the absolute worst conversations and replies from just the stupidest motherfuckers on the internet, usually Twitter, and we'll just go. And that's usually us articulating just our general feelings about it. And I think if we weren't in like an office, it probably would be real screaming.
Real screaming.
Just like
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited because like when you give all that stuff to me, I'm like, this is all I need. I can do this.
You did a great job, man.
Otherwise, I go in there just like,
Jacob did fantastic, and
I think one thing that helped was all the other characters kind of come in as you're joining the fellowship or the journey. That Jacob was kind of antagonistic towards them, and that I think helps people. People are naturally antagonistic to NPCs for some reason, or at least in most of the people I play these games with. And it helped that you were that back, and you weren't just trying to deflect that, but you were also trying to
actively trying to
yeah.
hamper
did it
their
unify
progress.
them?
in a certain way. Yeah,
Yeah.
Watchmen.
because you
Oh yeah, that's me.
exactly. He's the giant squid.
I'm the giant.
Oh no, I was
squid.
thinking of the movie.
Oh,
Oh.
oh, the bomb.
it's a giant squid. It's supposed to be a giant.
giant
It was
squid.
a bomb
It
in
works.
the movie.
It works way better as a giant.
I'm that
alien.
tiger
it
that
was
gets
a bomb
vaporized.
in the movie.
The giant squid is great because in the show, the Damon Lindelof show, you've got Michael Imperioli talking about how squid is like it's okay to eat squid or
Yeah.
whatever. He's like the mayor of New York.
Surprisingly great show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
no.
like, "There's no way this is gonna be good."
The,
And
No,
it's
sh-
great.
the
it's
show
really
was good. The
And
books are
educational.
great, or the books. The book is great.
There
Well,
are
it
a
might be
bunch.
books. Yeah, I just read it as one
They
collection.
did crossover stuff recently
They
with
did prequel
Batman
stuff.
too.
Batman. Oh.
They've ruined it, but
There's a
you've
great
got to. I think.
there's a sorry, go ahead.
No,
I want to
just
hear
my-
about this Batman.
Well, I don't know anything about the Batman. I certainly don't know. I have heard nothing of the Batman. I know it's Bruce Wayne. But like, there's a comic where it's like the moment where Dr. Manhattan is like killing Rorschach, but like it's like he just goes, wait, he goes, do you know how Steve Jobs died?
Oh,
And
it's
Rorschach
a-
goes, I don't know how. And he goes, Ligma. And he said, oh,
It's.
wait.
He
Oh
goes,
no,
"It's
yeah, he
such
just
a
says
shame
Steve. He just
Steve
such
Jobs
a
died of
shame.
Ligma."
Steve Jobs died of Ligma, and then Rorschach goes, "Who's Steve Jobs?" And then he goes, "Ligma balls," and explodes him on a molecular level. Yeah, thank you for the assist.
I love
It's so good. It's just who's Steve Jobs. It's the
Wow.
best.
That's great.
Anyway, sorry.
There was
talking
a-
about.
There's a weird connection there recently because like Alan Moore said that people's infantile obsession with Batman is a sign of our slow descent towards fascism or something like that.
Whoa.
He's always coming out with quotes.
Yeah.
Really smart guy, but
Those
he's
are
like an
dots
old
to
weird
connect.
grump.
He is a weird,
I
grumpy
mean,
guy.
that's what we need. Those comment
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
I
To be
liked-
grumps.
I really did
It's
like that
awareness about
Rorschach was
fascism.
like, that's what Batman would be. Like, he wouldn't be a rich, powerful guy. He'd just be an insane homeless person.
That beats up people.
Yeah.
that he thinks are bad.
Yeah. Yeah, your
That's where we're
weird
going.
moral code that you've developed.
People love that character. He like wrote him to be disgusting and despicable. He's like,
Yeah.
and people like him in a
weird way.
identify with it. It's like you should, if you're identifying with Rorschach, you need some therapy.
Yeah,
why
the man eats like cold cat food.
Yeah, because
out of
it's
the
easier.
can. Yeah.
He's like one of those guys. He's like Mark Zuckerberg, where he's like, I have the same outfit because it's easier. Yeah, you know, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, I love latching onto characters that just do crazy shit sometimes, and
Well,
like they're
sure.
the only ones that do.
But
Like,
you're not identifying. You're like
No, I'm
you're
like-
enjoying their craziness,
Yeah.
not like I see myself in this.
It's like every motherfucker who's got like the Punisher as a necklace, and it's like, I think
Yeah.
you missed the point.
Yeah, or it's like Catcher in the Rye, except Holden Caulfield is going to like stab the next person that comes about him.
Yeah.
The next phony.
the next pony.
Like, I watched Return of the King yesterday, and there's this one
The 4.5
orc in it.
hour version.
The 4.5 hour
It's Jacob,
version. Yeah,
of course it is.
yeah, that's the only one.
You're
right?
talking about being tired.
Yeah, but there's this
And,
one
and
orc.
you played 3 video games. Hang on a second.
Yeah,
Can we hour by hour go through your day?
yeah.
No, I'm kidding. What happened in Return?
There's
of the
just
King?
like this one orc that just goes too hard. Like all the other orcs are just like, I'm scary, and this guy like just fucking drop kicks a dude, just jumps in the air and drop kicks a guy out a window. And I was like, oh!
All the other orcs are like, whoa!
And he's like a little guy who does like this little like gorilla walk, and then he just drop kicks a guy out a window, and I was like, there's no other orcs in this whole like
So
fantasy world that
funny.
do that.
So
This guy
funny,
just
there
does
should have
that.
been more Walker Texas Ranger style action in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I think
That's
More
what it-
chairs being broken and tables.
That's what it's got to be like, being like a non-player character in Dying Light when we're in it. We're
Yeah.
just fucking running around drop kicking motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's so funny to watch someone flying from
Yeah.
from the wings.
That's the best part about that multiplayer. It's
Oh
just
my
watching
God.
your
We should
friends
get back
drop
into
people.
that too.
Is there like an expansion or something coming?
Yeah, probably.
so.
Probably got
We want to
delayed.
get that. We want to play State of Decay 2. Get
That's
all
right.
zomboid.
Zomboys.
I fucking
Zomboys are
love
coming
zombies.
back.
Zomboid.
Zomboids.
No, it's what I
You-
call zombies.
You love zombies.
Zombies.
I love
Boys.
zombies.
You don't think they're played?
No, I enjoy them, but I also like zombies are one of those things where I can watch all of it, good or bad. Like I love the
It's your
Romero
cozy stuff.
shit, but I also loved like Warm Bodies, the rom-com.
Oh
where
yeah,
she
I saw
falls
that
in love
one.
with the zombie.
That was kind of fun.
John
Those are fun.
Malkovich
John
of
Malkovich.
Warm Bodies.
Oh yeah, he
he's
is
in
in
that.
that.
Yeah.
Nicholas Holt and who's the female lead?
I feel like he's been coming for a while. Everyone's like Nicholas Holt's the next.
Oh, he's been
He's
here.
the next. But
Yeah.
what's he?
Mad Max Fury Road.
I mean,
He's in-
I know
he's
of
in
him
The
and what he's in,
Favorite.
but I feel like he hasn't like.
You don't think so?
Are we talking about John
I feel like
Malkovich?
he's
still?
taking hold
Yeah.
for me. And
Nicole-
for X-Men First Class, he plays Beast.
Yeah, he's Young Beast.
He's Young Beast.
in
He's
a
got
lot
the-
of movies. He's been young. There's been more Young Beast than Old Beast.
I've been watching a lot of X-Men clips, so I was watching some Kelsey Grammer stuff.
It's hard to
just-
beat Kelsey Grammer.
Upside down on the ceiling.
I watched like 5 different clips on TikTok of somebody
Frasier.
fucking from X-Men Apocalypse saving everybody from the exploding building.
Was it Quicksilver?
Oh.
I think it is Quicksilver.
Yeah, he's going all fast.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
it's
goes
it's a
real
fun
fast.
clip. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good sequence.
It's a fun clip, and the best part is that it's got that classic song under it. Oh, sweet dreams are made
Yeah.
of thee. But every TikTok clip is just the clip with like Sigma male bullshit music under it, and I
Oh,
fucking love
cool.
it. It's awesome.
So wait, he puts the headphones on and
Yeah.
goes super fast, but
the music
it-
stays the same.
exactly, he must be listening to like 2 seconds of the music.
It's like
No,
a
no,
sped
no.
up
Why does he-
version.
No. He listen. It's chopped and screwed for him. It's fucking. It's sweet.
right. That's all he gets.
And that's over.
Or you're saying
Yeah.
he remakes tapes in fast forward or something?
Oh, that
I
speeds him
don't
up.
know. Listen, I can't.
You're the
I-
X-Men
I
Apocalypse
can't deem
movie expert.
I can't deem myself to comment on the goings on of the X-Men universe. I think it comes down to the nature of Quicksilver's powers. Is it a field around him that it would affect a Walkman?
Oh. So like if he's gotten something on him, it
So
goes
it's
in
on,
regular
yeah.
time.
Midas touch
So his
rules.
watch is like way off.
I mean, like, yes.
Fuck. Well, we're
Yeah,
gonna let you
probably.
ponder on that one for a second while we hear a word from our advertisers. We'll be right back after these quick silver messages.
We're gonna find this orc drop kick.
we have sponsors on this show still.
When you use the bathroom to do your dirty little business, you always close the door behind you, right? Don't you? Stinky. You don't want random passers-by looking in on you. So why would you let people look in on you when you go online? Using the internet without ExpressVPN is the exact same thing as going to the bathroom without closing the door, you stinky little gremlin. Now, did you know that your internet service provider knows every single website that you visit? Is that true? Is that real? Oh, God. And what's worse is they can sell this information to ad companies and tech giants who will use your data to target you. Uh-oh. But guess what? ExpressVPN puts a stop to this. Woo! It creates a secure, encrypted tunnel between your device and the internet so that your online activity can't be seen by anyone. I use ExpressVPN on all of my devices. It works on everything from phones to laptops, even routers, so that everyone who shares your Wi-Fi can still be protected, even if they don't have ExpressVPN. Look, walk around this office, the Funhaus office, you won't be able to talk to a single person who hasn't used ExpressVPN. It's fantastic. There's a reason that it is a staple in our business. You've heard about them 100 times. They're great. And I use them too, so why aren't you? And the best part is using ExpressVPN is as easy as closing the bathroom door. Just fire up the app, click one button, and you are protected. ExpressVPN is the world's #1 rated VPN by Mashable, The Verge, and countless others. So if you're like me and you believe your online activity is your business, secure yourself by visiting expressvpn.com/funhouse today. Use our exclusive link, expressvpn.com/funhouse, and you can get an extra 3 months for free. That's expressvpn.com/funhouse. From New Line Cinema, Dwayne Johnson stars in the action-adventure Black Adam, the first ever feature film to explore the story of the DC superhero comes to the big screen under the direction of Jaume Collet Serra from Jungle Cruise, which also stars Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, baby. In ancient Kondak, Teth Adam was bestowed the almighty powers of the gods. And after using these powers for vengeance, he was imprisoned, becoming Black Adam. Nearly 5,000 years have passed, and Black Adam has gone from man to myth to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to legend, and now released, his unique form of justice, born out of rage, is challenged by modern-day heroes who form the Justice Society. I'm talking Hawkman, Dr. Fate, Atom Smasher, and Cyclone. New Line Cinema presents a $7 and Flynn co-production, a Jaume Collet Serra film. Black Adam is smashing into theaters and IMAX internationally, beginning on October 19th in North America, on October 21st, 2022, distributed by our good friends at Warner Brothers Pictures. Go out, see it. It's going to be fun, and it stars who? You guessed it. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, baby. Black Adam. Go see it. Are you captivated by the unknown? Do you obsess over unexplained phenomena? Do you frighten easily? Then behold Red Web, a podcast all about unsolved mysteries, true crime, conspiracies, and the supernatural. With an appetite for the unknown, hosts Trevor Collins and Alfredo Diaz discuss and analyze unsolved mysteries, true crimes, and paranormal events. Each episode dives into the timelines, the facts, and the popular theories that attempt to explain what's really happening with these strange incidents. This month, they'll be exploring haunted houses like the Blood House at Fountain Drive, Winchester Mystery House, Amityville House, and the Demon House of Gary, Indiana. So check out Red Web now, available wherever you listen to podcasts. If you want to get episodes a day early, head over to redwebpod.com. Red Web. It's a spooky show. And we're back. We just took a second to watch the dropkick scene that Jacob was talking about.
It's pretty great.
Orc drop kick. That's all you got to look for. On YouTube. It's there.
Rick just looked up LOTR dropkick and it showed up too. It's fucking great. Go watch that.
Lord of the Ropes.
Fucking booyakad that motherfucker. Oh my god! But we are here with Daniel
We're talking about cheating in chess, right?
Schneider. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, how
And
many anal bees do we have on Must Be Dice to tell us when to make our rolls and stuff?
I found there's a kit that you can make your own vibrating dildo, so you can cheat at whatever sport you wish.
Oh,
The
Yeah.
cheating at chess.
What are you
Yeah.
There's
talking
so
about?
there's this American that's really good at chess, but he's like so good that it's suspicious, and people are like, oh, he's cheating. I don't remember where the dildo thing came from,
It
but they
was
said
a-
that he had an anal
yeah.
bead in
That
his
would
butt. It would
vibrate.
vibrate to tell him how to like win or something like that.
Like
Yeah.
someone had a remote and was sending him messages.
You know, Hans
Chess anal
Nyman,
beads
Yeah.
cheat.
but he's most certainly like a cheater apparently, and has admitted to as much.
oh my god!
What the
But
fuck?
is the the butt play canon? Is that
No, I
official?
think
Has
that's
that been
insanity.
solidified?
That's
Yeah.
This
Reddit
man
or
was
something.
shoving shit up his ass for $5 million.
The chess
You would
world
do
is
it.
being rocked.
I would
by
do it
this
for
controversy.
no money.
Yeah,
Like,
you'd
it's
put
like
the
the-
queen up there.
Yeah.
The chess.com admitted like some huge percentage of like the biggest players in the world have admitted to cheating and been caught cheating.
I believe it.
Well, what they do is they keep the sticky stuff behind their ear. Like,
Well, no,
Yeah.
it's this like there's something going on in you can't call it sport, maybe gaming, because like there was a big fishing cheating
There
controversy.
was the big fishing, where they were stuffing the fish with
Lead balls.
lead balls,
Lead balls.
and fish
Really
fillets.
easy
Yeah,
to
and fish
notice.
fillets. Yeah, exactly.
That's the funniest part. I mean, the lead balls is stupid because like you pick up a fish and you feel like a huge weight in a certain
Yeah.
a small part
Dude,
of it.
I think those dudes
Yeah.
made like hundreds and hundreds of thousands
Yeah.
of dollars.
Over the years.
The cheating, I'm just picturing like a Russian wonderkin playing against the entire Houston Astros team, and they've got the trash can lid off to
Yeah.
the side.
You gotta if y'all like on your own time, you can find the clip of like them cutting the cheat fish open.
It's pretty
If
good.
you want to hear just some angry people,
Oh yeah.
all at one time, that's the time.
Well, they all know the guy by his first name too.
Yeah, and they're all just like, "What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh shit!"
I haven't seen it yet. But
Yeah.
There's
It's funny
there's
to-
another weird sport or something where people were cheating recently. It's like
I've been watching this stuff about baseball because like a bunch of people right now are complaining about how, in case you're unaware, in baseball, cheating is practically like everywhere.
cheating is as
yeah.
much a part of the sport as gloves
that's
are.
it.
Yeah.
Rick.
I don't know if you want to show this.
Well, no, he's showing
Okay.
I
Showing
want
you.
to look at it.
I just want to make sure that.
because you're from LA and don't really know what fishing is,
Okay.
right?
I used to live near a pier. What
Whoa.
the fuck?
Pulled out
A lead
giant
ball.
Lake
Oh.
Erie, this is actually
Why
kind of
did-
close to where I grew up.
Why did he know where it was? Oh, I hate that he's wearing slides and I can see his fucked up little toesies.
Oh, walleye!
Look-
it's a walleye tournament.
Yeah, so
Oh,
they're not
wow.
even big. So it's like, why does this one weigh 10
It
pounds?
yeah, it weighs like 3 more pounds than every fish ever to
Oh my
exist.
god.
Wow. I mean,
But there's
what,
been a lot
he's-
of cheating lately.
He's catching them and just shoving them down their
Yeah,
throats.
exactly.
oh,
So-
they made
oh my
fish
God.
stones. That's part of the anatomy.
They just swallowed those lead balls on their own.
It's it's an infection of the gallbladder.
I thought it
That
was
hardens and expands.
Yeah,
But
they pissed them out.
just-
It hurts.
Yes. It's like a kidney stone.
It kind of makes you think it's like just like everyone constantly cheating and
Yeah.
everything.
If
to
there's
win.
winning and prizes involved,
People are
someone's gonna
cheating.
want
Oh
to
my
cheat.
god! Yeah.
Absolutely.
This guy, the look of like,
I know that I
oops.
got caught. Yeah.
I'm sorry to say it, but lead balls stuck inside the fish. It does not. I mean, it does remind me of Magneto's escape from the prison
Yeah.
in X2 when Mystique injects a great deal of iron into the guard's blood.
Yeah.
Too much iron in your
Yeah.
diet, in your blood.
Yeah.
And he says, never trust a beautiful woman, especially one that's yeah. I mean, like it's actually I want to see if there's anyone that's like watching who is like higher up in YouTube because like I was trying to get stuff done, and if the Magneto prison escape scene from X2 is recommended to me, I'm gonna watch it, and that's 3 minutes and 41 seconds. I'm not getting back.
Pretty long.
It's pretty long, yeah. I also so I mean, like, what are you gonna do now? Watch the clip?
you got to watch it.
You
Yeah.
want to see him make that ball into a big disc.
Yes, I do want to see that. And
You
he
wanna
could have, if he had been there, He could have just like ripped them out of the fish. Yeah, too
Right
much
out of the
iron
fish.
in your walleye.
So
oh my god.
has Bryan Singer not completely ruined X-Men for you?
For me, nah.
You can still
There was
enjoy
no
it?
more important superhero movie to me to get on DVD than there was X2. I
Like,
borrowed it
there's-
from my uncle, and like X2 kicks so much ass. I watched the end scene where he like injects her with all the adamantium.
Oh yeah.
Who does he inject?
Wolverine is fighting
Deathstrike.
X23, right? And,
Yeah.
and, like-
Is that Ryan Reynolds?
no, it's not. It's
he's
like
not in it,
technically
so-
the
He made
girl.
so
It's
many
the
of
little
those
girl
movies.
from Logan, right? Like is like the sort of.
This is
I thought
20 years ago, right?
No, I know,
X2?
but it's not actually the little girl. I thought they were like adapted from the same like kind of character, but I might be
Oh,
totally
maybe.
off base on
Maybe.
I thought it was Deathstrike was the one. Lady
Yeah,
Deathstrike.
I guess it was
Maybe?
Lady Deathstrike.
That does
She,
sound
it's
kinda-
That sounds
fingers, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Fingers?
I haven't
Yeah.
seen the
Yeah.
movie in ages. I was just watching the clips.
I remember liking it, but then I remember the only thing that I can recall is the first scene with
Of
Nightcrawler.
X2?
Yeah.
Oh, that is really cool.
That's
White
sick.
House, and it's, like,
Well,
cool as
I
hell.
also recall Stracker, William.
Oh yeah.
Brian
yeah.
Cox, great.
I'm starting
is
to
really good.
realize that fantasy isn't the only genre I fucking can't stand at all.
Science
It's
fiction
also
too?
superhero movies are fucking stupid.
Yeah, but this is This is the pre-MCU superhero movie
Yeah.
where they were still original and weird and kind of fun.
Yeah.
And not just like distilled through focus groups to bring in the most money in Chinese markets.
Yeah.
The MCU has completely lost me.
It sucks.
Like, there is so uninteresting
It
and bland
sucks.
right now.
Yeah, I haven't
Um,
watched anything since Doctor Strange.
Just
Yeah,
everything's
I think
just
that was the last
Yeah,
one.
I watched Doctor Strange on
very
Disney
mediocre.
Plus. I enjoyed parts of it. There was like some
Yeah.
Sam Raimi shining through.
there's some
Yeah,
gore,
there's a
there's some
horror
good
movie
gore in it.
director.
Yeah, I love Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
I love the old Spider-Man movie. I was just talking to when I was in Texas. BK was telling me that she was watching the Evil Dead movies because she watched the
Doctor
Doctor
Strange?
Strange and went.
Yeah.
She said, and I quote, "I went, why the fuck is that like that?" And then they went, you don't know who Sam Raimi is?
Yeah.
She's like, what are you talking about?
Talking.
And that's how she got into watching Evil Dead.
Yeah, I
and
mean, Evil Dead
walking through it.
rocks.
Mhm.
There's
Evil Dead,
something
all
good
of
to
them.
come out of that movie. Is people are like, why is this weird?
Yeah.
Let me find out
Yeah.
why.
I
Yeah,
just
why
the-
is there any degree of artistic like deviation?
That's I've been like
It must have been really hard for him to get
Oh
any
my
little
god,
bits of
I would
anything
to
in
be a
those
fly
movies.
on the wall for
Yeah.
those conversations.
I've been looking at a lot of like Andor discussions and stuff because that's been coming out, and a lot of people will complain about like it being slow and stuff and not understanding why it's boring. And I'm like, it's because you're experiencing pacing in a Star Wars show for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're not like being like fed like 30 minutes of just like cartoon characters.
To date, yeah.
Getting
the
referenced.
previous good Star Wars show is Mandalorian, which
Yeah.
is a monster of the week, like
Yeah.
fun adventure drama with a
It
Yeah.
had
baby
some
Yoda.
downs by the way.
Yeah, it's like
I
what
think
it
people
was.
are rosy glasses.
Oh yeah,
about that
season
show.
1 is like the middle is a whole slump for me. Like
Yeah.
I didn't think it was very good. The bookends were great, and
Yeah.
then season 2 I thought was better.
And
But
there are
like
some just individual episodes.
it's
that are
not
just
like
really
a
good.
huge arc. It's
Yeah.
just like what crazy
There- yeah,
messed
there's
up
not much
things is he gonna
story
get
happening.
into now?
Yeah.
Yeah, one is literally just what is it? Seven Samurai?
Yeah.
He just
Or,
trains
Lone
the
Wolf and
village.
Cub.
Lone Wolf
Yeah.
and Cub.
Wolf and Cub, and
Yeah.
then like, or him just like getting his just trying to kill a bunch of Jawas for a whole episode. That
Yeah.
stuff rocks.
Yeah.
But like,
But it's not a show.
Yeah. it's good, but it's not like the same kind of thing. But it's just like, this is how good stories can be told, like this.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see what the next franchise that gets the Star Wars Marvel treatment is.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like Disney should be making big shows that aren't just from those two franchises.
I think it must be Dice.
Yeah,
I think
you,
they're
are you
trying
trying
to
to
bring it
back
back
on
around.
topic?
Well,
Yeah.
they are doing.
I've never
is it
even been in
Willow?
an episode
Is
yet.
that
I'm not.
Disney
true.
Plus?
Huh? What'd you say?
Is Willow gonna be Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know what
Yeah,
you're
the
talking-
Willow
Willow
show is
Smith?
coming.
Have you heard
that
of Willow?
trailer actually looks great.
Willow
Yeah,
Smith?
I forgot you hate
I'm excited.
everything fantasy.
The fuck
and-
are you talking
It's a
about?
fantasy show.
Willow,
from
I don't
Willow's
know.
Goonies. Willow. It's
I've
He's
never-
a guy.
I've never
He played
seen
one of
it.
the Ewoks in Star Wars, and then they gave him his
yeah,
own
Warwick
movie.
Davis.
And bring him back to Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer. Look at that.
Oh, I
Don't
know
you wanna
that
watch
guy.
that?
He's in a
some-
British show.
It terrified me when I was
Somewhere
a child, this
Bones
movie.
is just like,
Oh,
the
Bones loves
disturbance in the Willow Forest.
The arguments
Yes.
between Bones and Bruce about Willow and whether it's good or not are so funny because it happens every time they're together. And it's It's always Bones defending Willow. Bruce saying, "No, it's garbage. It doesn't hold up." It's just so funny. It's passionate.
Spoilers for Willow, which is like a 40-year-old movie at this point.
I haven't seen it.
But there is a scene where they some of the characters are turned into pigs by this witch, and that terrified me when I was a child.
You're like, that can happen?
Yes, people can get turned into pigs.
Yeah, there's like that kind of fantasy aesthetic of a lot of those movies from around that time period, where it's just kind of scary to look at.
Everything's grimy.
There's like that. There's like Labyrinth and stuff, and like Dark
Never-Ending
Crystal.
Story.
Never-ending story, where it's kind of just upsetting.
I tried to. Okay.
Why does YouTube look like this?
It is really. What is this aspect ratio?
I think the browser is
5
zoomed
by
in all
10?
the way.
Sorry, we're watching a clip of a man with. Oh, okay.
A
I thought those were
man, just
his-
any man.
Yeah.
That's Val
Okay.
Kilmer.
Oh yeah, this
it's-
scared the shit out of me.
Oh, this is what you guys were
yeah,
talking
this
about. How Val
sucks.
Kilmer look all fucked up now.
This is what happened to Val
Because
Kilmer.
he got turned
yeah.
into a
This
pig.
is-
You fucking
This is when he was
insensitive idiot.
sexy, and they put him in a cage.
Yeah,
I actually did put that scene in Must Be Dice. There's a character in a cage.
there is a character
Oh,
in
yeah.
a cage. Yeah, Willow. He does like magic and stuff.
That looked just
looks-
like
Kurt Russell.
I was gonna say Kurt Russell.
It
Yeah,
really did.
yeah. We're just watching guys get turned into. This is scary as fuck.
I was so scared of this.
Yeah, I'm a
shit when I was
pig, all
kid.
As
right.
much
I
as
don't like-
I hate to say it, just make sure you're not showing this because, again, we've gotten every episode demonetized and I do get yelled at constantly.
I would get freaked out from that happening to the parents in Spirited Away.
Oh, that,
Oh, yeah.
that scene's terrifying.
Yeah,
There is, to slightly bring it back to Must Be Dice, just a little bit. Every time something happens on this stupid fucking podcast, I get yelled at it. So I'm trying to do my job so Omar can't yell at me anymore. Fuck. Anyway, Must Be Dice.
Yeah.
In season 1, when I was trying to come up with the scary voice, the scary monster voice,
Yeah.
what I wanted it to sound like, I got inspiration from the thing that creeped me out the most when I was a child, which is it The Misadventures of Huckleberry Finn, that like claymation movie?
Oh yeah, the one with Mark Twain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the something of Mark Twain. It's
And I think it's The Misadventures
it's like
of
Mark Twain's
Twain.
nightmare trip. It's like Mark Twain took too many tabs.
I think it's of Mark Twain. It's straight up.
Mark Twain ate a fungus he found.
There's an alternate history
But-
where Mark Twain's a coke dealer.
I believe it.
Oh, it's The Adventures of Mark Twain.
Yeah.
I forgot.
He like went down to South America. Oh, sorry.
that
Yeah.
scene.
Did
That-
he actually?
Yeah. He like went to South America or something. This looks.
Oh,
scary.
you showed this to me.
Yeah,
I've
it's
seen this. It's the
terrifying.
one with the devil. It's,
Yeah, that's it.
It's actually pretty cool. Yep.
Yeah,
Here we
I
come.
like it a lot. But the way they did this
Oh,
voice
yeah.
was they had two voice actors say the exact same lines as monotone and in the same speed as they could, and they put them together and they fucked with sort of the way that it like flows in and out of your ear. And it's one of the scariest things from my childhood that I can remember.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to mimic it. Yeah.
It's pretty upsetting to look at, too.
Yeah.
Especially if you watch it, it's pretty fucking nihilistic and terrifying where like eventually you'll be here and there is nothing and there's no point to anything.
Sam Elliott.
I mean,
That's a little dark.
yeah, what's the evolution of the spooky voice? Oh, no.
Oh yeah. And then that's Injun Joe.
Yep, it sure is.
Yeah. What a
not
good look, the movie's not perfect.
Yeah.
There's a whole movie of this.
Yeah. It's really good. I
It's,
really enjoy it.
You're talking about the spooky voice. To bring it back, if taking it back from Must Be Dice and bringing it back to Return of the King.
Thank you. Okay,
Follow
cool.
me.
Like what was the animated one? Not the Ralph Bakshi one. There was like another
Oh, I don't know.
animated Lord of the Rings.
Really?
Yeah, I think. Or
It's
am
done
I-
by the Steven Universe folks.
Oh, yeah,
Rebecca
that's the
Sugar.
one.
It was-
but like the Witch King in Return of the King, he's like, "No talks like this, I will break him." But then in the animated one, he's like, "No man can defeat me."
Well, that was like a big thing in the '80s. Was like Skeletor and like all the bad
Yeah,
guys
that's
had
how
like,
it
had like,
Yeah.
like the weeniest, whiniest voices.
Yeah, they're mischievous. They're like, I'm going to defeat you. Yeah, it wasn't this Lord of the Rings. It was a different
That
one. I
is
don't remember
almost
what you said.
literally your character voice in,
Yeah.
in
It
Must
kind
Be
of
Dice.
is, yeah.
And
I
I-
brought it back.
You did that for however many episodes you were in, and the entire time you were doing it, I told you you're not going to want to do that. And you went, no, it'll be good. It'll be fun and good,
Yeah.
actually.
And then about like 40 minutes into the first episode, I couldn't keep it going. But yeah, it's just so funny how the frightening things evolve.
I remember, I went to go see Smile in theaters, which, by the way, is not a good horror movie, but it
Oh.
is a fun time. I had a blast watching it. I thought it was very fun, but it's also very funny, unintentionally
Oh.
funny. And while I was there, we were talking about like how I've kind of become desensitized to horror because I started watching pretty terrible shit from like an early age. Like even take out the real shit of like the internet's fucked and there's a lot of stuff on there that you can just find pretty
sure.
easily. But I remember the first horror movie that I remember watching and like have a distinct like night terrors
Two
about
Girls,
it.
One Cup.
Yes. It was 2 Girls, 1 Cup. No,
Still
it
never
was
watched
I had like I had broken my leg, and so like I couldn't do anything, and my stepdad tried to make me feel better by leaving me scary movies that I could watch, and I watched I think it's Saw 3, and it was like
Jesus
the
Christ.
the unrated version where it was somehow worse than the other ones. And there's a scene in it where a man is like BDSM'd into a giant fucking bucket, I guess. Like
Okay.
yeah, he like just a big like pool
bucket.
basically.
Wait. I don't understand.
He's tied up
Uh-huh.
onto
Got
a pool in like this big tub basically.
He's in a tub.
He's in the tub.
He's
and
in the tub.
He's tied to the bottom of the tub.
Okay.
And then there's a conveyor belt that feeds rotting pig carcasses into a shredder that turns them into goop. And then he slowly is drowning to death in this rotting pig carcass goop. And I watched that as a child and never came out the same.
And this is your rear window.
Yes. It's a horrible experience where like
You
I
put it on across the alley, across
Yeah.
the street. You one's watching it through binoculars.
I can imagine that like changing your. How old
Your
are
brain
you?
chemistry.
I was whenever the movie came out is how old I was. And it fucked me
6?
up and I couldn't sleep for like a really long
Wow.
time. And then the worst part was I grew up 2000 and when is that? 6. So I was 10.
I mean, yeah, that probably changed your brain.
Yeah. That wasn't the first horror movie I saw. Like my dad was a dickhead and showed me like Blair Witch, It, like all these terrifying movies just because he was my
Did
dad
you get,
was
like, a kick
15
out
years
of it?
older than me. Yeah, he thought it was funny. He's it's the
So
same.
a lot of people shouldn't be parents.
No, I had a joke about it, but basically, like a lot of people wonder how their dads were when they were like 25, and it's like I knew my dad because I was 10 and he was an asshole and he was a bad father, but he was really good at Madden. So that's
Yeah. I mean, I
You
still
beat your
remember-
ass at Madden.
yeah.
I
Oh
have
yeah. But the worst part about the Saw thing was when I grew up and I tried to relate to other people this terrifying moment. I found out that in the regular rated version, it's just water. He just slowly drowns on water, and I'm the only asshole who got to see pig carcass being shred up.
That's good protein.
Yeah. I mean, I still have like very vivid memories the first time I saw like, even though it's super fake looking, but it was like violence in like an R-rated horror movie. And like I
You remember
brought
the
it up.
movie?
I looked it up.
Mhm.
I think I brought it up on a podcast like a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it was
But-
the bike
Yeah,
helmet
it was
man.
called like Nightmare Beach.
Yeah.
Because like the memory was
Sounds
so
like a
vivid
name
in my head that like a couple of years ago I was like, I wonder if I could find what that movie is. So I was just Googling like descriptions of the scene and how like the killer like got this lady and stuff.
That's
and
a
then I
cool
found this,
fucking poster.
I found
Oh,
the
yeah.
That
scene.
kicks ass.
And I was like, oh my God, I found the movie that I saw when I was
La
a kid.
Spiaggia del Terrore.
Yeah, this is the one. And there's a lady, she gets electrocuted in the face and her eyeball pops out.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah,
That's
that's how I
actually
found it.
rad.
Is I Googled motorcycle helmet electrocutes
Yeah.
eyeball lady.
Young woman killed by the Stig.
I think it ended up being like a priest that was
Wow.
mad that all the teenagers were having sex.
Can a priest ride a motorcycle?
Yeah.
Are they allowed to do that? Because I feel like that's like
They
an
ride side
intimate
saddle.
union, not unlike a marriage.
There has to
yeah,
be
they
like a
ride side
sacrament that
saddle.
you do before you can ride a motorcycle.
You think it's too intimate with a bike?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a car, I mean, you're just sitting in it, but a bike,
It's
oh,
touching-
None on a
it's touching your
motorcycle
gooch.
is a song by Place Painters.
That's
Okay.
cool as hell.
All right.
Anointing of the sick.
God.
You remember the first movie that fucked you up as a kid?
I really don't.
Yeah, they're called Heaven's Angels.
I remember the Willow thing spooking me.
the
The
pig
pigs
thing.
thing spooked me, but I don't really. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Elise has been trying to watch Saw 3 with Patrick for, I want to say, going on 7 months now.
Yeah, I kind of remember that just coming up.
It's
and
come up in
hearing
so
it.
many videos,
Just
too.
like,
She's
yeah.
like, Patrick, come over. We'll watch Saw.
Is she trying to trap him in some sort of elaborate
She
Rube
wants to play a
Goldberg
game with him.
torture device?
Yeah.
I want to fuck her.
He's gonna
Yeah.
get the pig carcass water just filled up in his tub.
The pig vat is a trap from the Saw franchise.
Pig vat.
There we go. Appearing in Saw 3, this trap was the second one in the series of tests.
It just doesn't appeal. I think that kind of movie doesn't appeal to me.
Well, Saw like isn't really
the torture
scary. It's just
porn stuff.
What am I
There's a
looking
I-
at?
man
all I see
inside
is a
the pig
glare.
vat.
I can't.
It looks like
look at that.
stew.
Oh, that's yummy.
Mm. So you haven't been able to eat stew since.
Yeah.
An insatiable
Yeah.
thirst for stew.
Is there a
Hunger?
pig vat and must be dice?
No, I mean,
No, not
there's,
yet.
we have yet to finish it.
Because
I
that's
gotta-
gonna be
I gotta
Charlotte's
figure out how
episode
the
and have a
thing
pig
ends.
vat in it.
So yeah, so should it all end in like a neat, nice package, or should it be open ended? But I
You mean
didn't-
Must
The
Be Dice?
podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, the podcast or Must Be Dice?
both?
The
But I'm-
podcast is I don't care anymore. I'm not producing this show anymore.
But,
this is the
um,
last one I'm ever doing. This place can suck my dick.
must be dice.
I don't
Yeah.
know if you could say
Should
that.
it should it have a nice
Fuck 'em.
ending
Must Be Dice should definitely have a nice
and
ending.
not like a big open ended?
When we-
it's way easier to not.
Well, first of
Finish
all,
it.
they won't let you have an open ending because you'll
Who's
try
they?
the players.
Oh.
You'll try to
And
have
here
an
it
open ending.
and here it is. We've been getting to it all show. The
And they-
disdain a
they
GM
will-
has for their players.
They will they will shit on your dreams and they will kill your baby and they'll plan a whole thing where Elise's character will jump into a room and blast people with a shotgun.
No, this is a
and Jacob
beautiful
will
thing.
fucking
This is
drop
collective
kick
action.
people like a fucking orc.
Yep, you betcha.
Help, my players are unionizing.
Oh my god. So it doesn't matter because you'll plan whatever you want and then they'll shit all over your dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the destiny of every DM out there.
I roll to shit
yeah.
on dreams.
I mean, I remember cutting a bunch of those like when you were DMing
Twits
Twits and Crits, and they're always just driving that train right off the rails.
Oh yeah, on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think these people are much nicer than those people were.
Yeah. Fair enough. I mean,
train full of conductors.
Yeah.
I
Let me
think
get in there. Let me see what you're working with. Oh, that's interesting. You shovel the coal in that way.
Yeah.
To see, here's what I do is I'm
How about some dynamite?
just picturing like 8 people and one in the engine of the train is like.
I think you should try to tie it up nicely. I
Yeah,
think
that's just
good.
harder. I hadn't figured out the end yet.
Yeah. Let's
I
have a
always had the
post-
beginning. I had the beginning forever.
Yeah.
You should
Yeah.
do a St. Elmo's Fire.
Where it's someone's dream.
Where it's in a snowball.
Who hasn't been in it?
In
Everyone- everyone but-
boy's snowball.
Ryan and John Holland have been in it, so it's
I think-
John
Well,
Holland's fever dream.
I
Yeah.
think what you do is you do a Princess Bride where it's actually been an old man reading.
Can we
a
get
story
Fred
to a-
Savage?
to a
Yeah.
sick
Probably.
kid.
No, there's no budget in this show.
Yeah.
I don't know.
just-
Is he doing much anymore?
I mean, there's literally no budget.
Oh,
in this
okay,
show.
got it.
Yeah, it should just end with somebody just sitting on the toilet reading something on a little book.
And they go, "Wow, what a good story!" that
Yeah, it
was."
doesn't have to wrap up neatly because they just finished pooping before
Yeah.
they wanted to read it.
I feel like there was a Fred Savage scandal.
yeah,
He did something on the Wonder Years.
Oh
Oh, yeah, fired from
self-reflecting after Wonder Years firing.
After misconduct.
Uh-oh.
That's never good.
We don't want him anymore. Doesn't he have a brother that's like not done that?
Savage is you think that's his real last name? Because that's a pretty cool fucking
Adam
last name.
Savage.
Yeah, but he
of
does
the
cool stuff.
Mythbusters.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's his
Are
name.
they related?
Probably not. Maybe
Hmm.
somewhere along the
Might be.
line. That's why it's like when I say
be that many
Sugar Ray is my
Savages.
cousin.
Yeah. The Savage is like that's like the Targaryens. It's like
Yeah.
it goes all over the place.
It's not about names. It's not about blood. It's about
Yeah,
names.
it's about
Basically,
names.
just being like, none of it matters. It's all bullshit.
Yeah.
No one cares.
Incest as much as you want.
Yeah. Who cares?
That's what Must Be Dies needs.
Some incest?
Some
Some
incest.
Oh, you say that,
Hmm.
Jake. There's a lot of it. There's one character whose entire point is incest.
Oh, cool. I'm excited for that.
There-
It's not my
There
character.
is?
Definitely isn't mine.
Oh yeah. the purest of all of your characters, Dan.
okay.
I don't know what you're referencing.
Yeah, I know, but you will when you check out Must Be Dice, the first episode of which is going up this coming Tuesday.
The 18th?
The
Is that next
18th.
Tuesday?
Yes.
That's when my couch is being delivered.
Whoa.
exciting.
Let's do
Yeah.
Actually, I think
Charlotte's
a
I
live
couch.
premiere
I think I have to
of
change
you putting
it,
your couch
actually.
together.
Yeah, is Yogurt gonna love that couch?
She-
to ripping it up.
She better not. I swear to God. This-
Patrick, I've had Patrick
Scratch.
over, and
Look
he's
at
looked
this,
at my couch. Oh my God! Yeah, look at that scratch.
Oof.
Yeah, when
Oof.
Patrick's been in
Clean
my
that one
place,
up.
he's looked at my
is
couch where
clean?
like one of the arms is just torn to pieces. He's like, "Oh yeah, you got one of those." That's just how it is.
I got a scratch across my nose like 12 years ago from a cat.
From a
There's still
cat.
like a scar there.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
badass.
That's cool though, over the nose.
It's
yeah.
not. I fucking
You
hate
have
it.
like
Stupid fucking
default
cat.
facial scar #1 in all video game.
I was like being very
created
nice to
characters.
the cat and just patting it. And it went, "Ah."
Oh yeah, cats.
So
are-
Well, you
took half
probably
of my
did
nose.
something wrong.
Yeah.
Did I?
Cats
have
are
a
known
cat,
for
I think,
being
was the
very
wrong-
nice.
yeah. Charlotte has a cat. I have a cat. We have to take the cat.
I thought Charlotte's cat's name was Jaeger earlier.
No.
Is cool if it's like the guy that broke the sound barrier, but not cool if it's like the weird
that
No,
has to
I
be an
think that's
outdoor
even
cat.
better.
Oh, the
licorice
liquor? Yeah, but I would think Pacific Rim.
Oh,
It's
there's
like,
so
this is-
many Jaegers.
Yeah, my cat Gypsy Danger.
Oh, that's a cool name
That's
for a
sick,
cat.
actually. That's
You got
so
two
cool.
cats, Gypsy and Danger.
That's really cool, but I don't know.
Big fan of that movie.
Rick's looking up Attack on Titan.
Oh, yeah, there's another Jaeger.
Aaron Yeager.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So there's all anyway. That's not her name. Her name is Yogurt, which is one thing. Her name is the Lady Yogurt, but it's
The
also
Lady
Lady
Yogurt.
Yogurt. But then I also don't like the phrase Lady,
Yogurt's
Yogurt.
a little.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't even
I'm
think of
starting to
It's
see
Lady
the,
like a title.
starting to see the bits of mayonnaise and spaghetti on my mic too.
Oh yeah, the mayonnaise may have come in direct
Okay,
contact.
now
with
I'm
Ryan-
aware of it.
Ryan's
So
mouth.
we should probably end.
Yeah.
Well,
There's a smell in here.
Must Be Dice premieres next
Oh, yeah?
week on the 18th. Dan put in a hell of a lot of work. It's a really,
So did
really
everybody.
good show.
I haven't done anything yet.
Well, you will tomorrow.
Okay.
You will put in work.
It's really, really funny. It's really, really fun. You're going to love it. If you like the first season, you're going to like this one even more because you got a pro like Dan in the driver's seat.
Absolutely not true.
It's very fun, Dan.
You did a very good job.
It was
Alright,
very
well, thank
it was
you.
really, 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 really fun to be a part of it and to watch it.
I really, 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 really hate editing it. But
Yeah, I know. No, that's not ever the fun part. But you know what?
I do think if it's your kind of thing, people will really dig it.
Yeah.
If
you
the
like-
characters are fun.
Yeah, they're very.
And
fun.
that's it. That's it. The characters are fun.
If you like tabletop, this is like a shout to like the tabletop games of yore.
Yeah.
Guys, cancel your Critical Role Prime sub. Cancel your Dropout subscription. You don't need to listen to any of the podcasts. Adventure Zone books, toss them because the second
fire.
season of Must Be Dice is coming.
Oh yeah.
and it's gonna be great.
It is actually going to be great. But,
It-
keep subscribing to those things. There's a lot of room in the
Premieres-
space.
Yeah.
Mondays on RT and Tuesdays on YouTube. That's right. I yelled at enough people to get it to come out on YouTube
That's
at the
true.
right time.
Hell yeah.
But I have no idea when it's a podcast.
I don't either.
What is,
Is
a
it the
podcast?
same day as
though?
RT? Or
I'm assuming it's the same day as Rooster Teeth or as YouTube.
Who's still a teeth? Who's still teeth?
I've had a blast. Shouts out to Charlotte Avery. Shouts out to Daniel Schneider. Jacob was here. Shouts out to Rick on the ones and twos. I've been Armando. We
Whoa.
love you. Whoa, Jesus.
The fuck was
What
that?
Stuff's falling from the ceiling.
That
We should make an English version of the company called Wooster Jeeves.
all right. Have a good
get a
night,
sting.
everybody. We'll see you next week.
Bye.